Hello everyone. I presume the people that are going to be watching this saw my previous video of the virtual reality joystick that I fabricated out of useless junk. This one is a follow-up video. I got my wing stick sitting nicely. Done some upgrades to my chair, which I'll talk over briefly, but everything is honestly really cheap that I've done. The only thing that I've actually bought to attach things to the chair was this mount off Amazon, which is like an extruded aluminium thing, and it fixes underneath to where your chair mounts to the base, which is pretty good. And then I bought a programmable keyboard, which I've just got it set up for numpads like 1 to 9, which then I've bound to different things in DCS. Air to air is the A, air to ground is the G in planes like the F-18, F-16, and then Pitman is my call sign for the World War II virtual fighter squadron that I'm in. As for the wing stick, there is no centre detent, very similar to, it has a little wobble, but it could probably do with like a very, very light dampening. But other than that, it's absolutely spot on. Really fine movements, very similar to the virtual stick that I made. It's absolutely flawless so far, no problems. Setting up with the software, I've read a lot of different things. It was very, very simple. I've done a little bit of cable managing. Now it still looks a state because it all needs to be like bound together neatly like that, but I'll get round to that. So now it's only the centre which has cables coming from, so I've routed these ones and the other side to the centre, and then all going as a one away. So the mount off Amazon cost me £35, and then I believe this keyboard was on offer. I think it was about £20. But other than that, like, it's £35 for a complete sim chair. So I've used my old VKB base as a mounting platform for the right side for a wireless mouse, just a cheap mouse. This cup holder that I've made, I tend to spill my drinks when I'm in VR, so I am not doing that anymore. So I decided to use an old GoPro. If anyone remembers getting a GoPro about 13 years ago, they used to come in a box like that. That is one of the old GoPro boxes that they come in, and then I've just drilled a couple of holes, mounted it, put a bit of foam in just to stop this rattling around so much, but this is just an empty can, just for an example. Water bottles, put your phone in there if you want. But yeah, all in all, I saw someone in the squadron that has ordered like a sim chair that costs like $900 with the add-ons for mounting things. I think he's paid in total about $1,500, and if you have that money, fair enough, go get a great seat. Like, mine's got a bit of a crease in it now, like the material's gone a bit loose where the padding is. It's getting old now, this chair, but I decided to just do this. This is mounted onto where the armrest would be. Same with the other side. I found a piece that you could put 2 bolts in, and then it has 4 mounting holes, which are in use there. So one there, and then these 2 obviously for like the makeshift cup holder. As for the mouse pad, in VR I use my fingers around the mouse to feel where that screw is, and then you can obviously feel that one when you move it back, so you don't move it like off the pad, and you can feel the edge anyway, so it's not a problem. As for the MFDs, what I've done for in VR, I didn't touch on this on the previous video. I've got these little sticky rubber pads, and that is just a tactile feel, so you can feel the dead center button on each side, and it's the same on the right MFD as well. So you can sort of just feel in VR, imagine doing it with your eyes closed, you can feel that one, and you know that one is the middle button, so then you can just count like 1, 2, or 1, 2, etc. and same, and before you know it, you just brush past it and you're like, ah, that one. So yeah, it works pretty well. As for the mount, it's brilliant, no complaints at that yet, it just arrived. So I've just stuck that together. I did have to like concave it into the padding a little bit, because these bits, with them being and I didn't really want to get a grinder on it when I've just bought it, so I seated it a little bit lower so it's into the padding, so when you sit down, this isn't protruding higher and digging into your legs, so now it's spot on. As for the vibration in the wind wing, it's fine, works when you fire cannons, doesn't really need any fine tuning or anything. I leave it on. I know people that turn it off, but I actually quite like when you pull it in high angle of attack, especially in the warbirds, you get a bit of haptic feedback through the stick, which helps. But yeah, overall, if you have just ideas to modify things and be a bit creative and inventive, like this is just an L bracket, shelving bracket that I've used to like give it stability there, and then I've got a mounting screw through the bottom of there, and then that's now solid, like it moves with the chair, it's completely solid. Yeah, just to make a really nice sort of your own DIY thing rather than spending a load of money. I know all these fancy rigs, they all look amazing, but I feel really proud of this, and I feel like I should at least share it with people that are like-minded, creative, bit of DIY, because it goes quite a long way. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you feel a little bit inspired.